So the third Iron Man, I'm the Mandarin.
Yeah, for that twist in of itself, Sita, I hate that film for that. Like, just keep Ben Kingsley. I thought I liked him. For that in of itself, it really sold the film for me. I can't give it anything above a C.
And again, this is something that was interfered with a lot because the woman who develops Extremis was supposed to be the main villain, but like Perlmutter was like, "Well, women don't sell."
Maya legitimately was the mastermind behind it in the source material as well. Killian was just a co-conspirator who literally was just there to shoot himself.
Fundamentally, you do have to appreciate what it was trying to do by stripping away Tony from the suit and saying, yes, he is notable and powerful without the armor. That does not define who he is. I think it does execute it reasonably. Yes, it did. Like, future films shit on it, but what it does on its own, it's not awful.
No, it isn't. It isn't awful. I do not think it is a bad film. I think it has a really weak villain. I honestly like Iron Man 2 better than I like Iron Man 3.
Is it the most original thing though? Like, it feels like it's a very commonplace thing to do for like a superhero film. Okay, let's strip the character of their basically abilities, which is basically Iron Man's ability is that he has armor that does special things. That's his ability. Like, Spider-Man did it in Spider-Man 2, like, oh, I can't fucking spin webs anymore. I don't have powers. Oh, let's analyze that aspect of the character of Peter Parker no longer being Spider-Man. It's not the most original thing, and I think other films can do it better.
Like, some of the more positive aspects of this film in particular, like I enjoy the score, and that scene at the end with all the armors and like they're all flying about and they all arrive, and I thought that was cool.
With all the suits blowing up, it's not the film's fault, but it does not have any lasting consequence.
Yeah, like I was about to play devil's advocate and say, yeah, the legacy of Iron Man 3 is virtually non-existent because he blows up all the suits, but the next time you see him, all the suits are all back. And, he gets together with Pepper in this one, but next time we catch up with him, we're taking a break. The whole Mandarin thing, that picks up again later, but it's not, the same sort of thing. Everything in Iron Man 3 ultimately kind of feels forgotten about.
B tier.
Yeah, I kind of think B as well, honestly.
B? So, Thor the Dark Thor.
I think it should be C tier at the very least.
The thing that astounds me about this is how short it feels. I remember my first viewing of it, and I remember it being full of jokes here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, I find the characters really charming in it. Like, I think Loki really shines in the Dark World.
So much of Loki's later development, like, you can find its roots here because when he loses his mum, like, it breaks him.
Loki's great. I think the Dark Elves are a bit shit. Like, I'm sorry, Doctor, but
Is Malekith the worst Marvel villain?
He's certainly the most forgettable.
C tier, maybe.
I'm happy with
C tier.
I think that makes
Cool.
sense.
Yep.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
S. No debates. S.
S, come on, guys. What? A. I'm happy with A.
S. Surely.
It is an excellent film,
but
there are more excellent films
I know.
that can go into S.
I'm hesitant to say S, like Bradley. It's a fabulous film, but maybe it's a bit overrated.
No, how dare you?
Because I'm comparing it in my mind to Civil War, which is its closest contender, and I can't decide now which I prefer. But I think I maybe prefer Civil War now, but I'm not denying the impact Winter Soldier has and how good of a film it is.
Sure.
But
I think with the whole SHIELD storyline and Winter Soldier holds up a bit better just because it feels more contained. Because Civil War is a really good film in the respect that you've got like the Avengers in it, but when you treat it as its own film, it doesn't quite hold together quite as tightly as Winter Soldier.
I'm with Lawrence. Civil War, Winter Soldier feel like basically the same film, but Civil War for me is just takes it a bit further.
But like, I wouldn't put Winter Soldier on the same tier as Joss Whedon's Avengers. That's just insulting.
There's proper tense moments in this film. It does the spy thriller thing really well. Like the whole thing with the Winter Soldier and Bucky is great.
And all of the action sequences are amazing.
So good.
I am happy for it to exist on S. I just don't quite know why I've got this seed of doubt.
Guardians.
See.
Villain fucking sucks,
Yeah.
but the film is fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, A tier, I think.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Probably A. Yeah.
You know what? That's
James
fantastic. Well
Gunn,
done.
James Gunn is like a genius. The soundtrack is great.
Yep, I still listen to that shit. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's time for me to vent. This film is fucking shit, dude. If anyone puts it anywhere above F, I'm gonna
No.
be.
Well, and like I've soured on it considerably in the years since.
I'm gonna put down C tier.
I think whilst it has good things going for it, like Ultron is great.
No, it's not.
What? You are a cretin, Anthony.
My perspective on Ultron in the MCU is that he works perfectly well as a Stark Ultron and not as the Pym Ultron. Because, like, if Tony made Ultron, then yeah, this is what Ultron should be like if he's made by Tony.
I get what you're saying. I absolutely 100% understand what you're saying, and I agree with that. But for me, that's not Ultron.
So what is the good point of the film? Like, just the straight up the great qualities in it.
I'd say it has the most spectacle. Like, it's even got a credit scene with a fucking marble statue. What does that tell you?
I'd say the best thing about the film is the party.
You see, that's one of the scenes that I think general critical consensus tends to shit on a bit. But I'm like, it's entertaining. Like, you get an insight into how they gel as like a group dynamic as a team, and when they're out of the uniform, so to speak. And one scene in that party scene has excellent payoff in Endgame. So
yeah,
it is poisoned by Whedonisms, though. I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say C.
Yeah,
I'm happy with C because again, I'd still watch this over Hulk. But it doesn't feel right.
Is there one man?
I think B.
Yes, I'd say B too.
I'm happy with B.
Peyton Reed does a good job. It's decently entertaining. It's lighthearted. Its villain kind of falls short because it plays into that. Well, the Marvel villain must be like the hero but evil.
In terms of like the comedic aspect and the serious stuff, it has a decent enough balance. I'll talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp when we get to it.
Yeah, I'm happy with B, I guess.
Yeah.